Hey guys and gals, how's it going? Your window switch quit working on your Chevy Silverado? Watch this before replacing it. Save yourself a lot of headache and a lot of cash. Oh, and by the way, mine's a 2013. Hey, what's up, guys? This is the back end handyman. Check out this badass truck my wife just got me. I love this truck so much. It's really gonna look badass when I get done with it. But if you're having problems with your windows rolling down, let me show you a little trick before you go spending any money on this thing. Over here in the passenger side, I haven't cleaned this one. The window still works at the moment. But, you know, the front ones, the driver's side's kind of the same way as this. But it takes a second to get the front one out. The back ones, you can just pop them out. It's pretty easy. Go ahead and watch the routine. And I'll show you what to do before you actually go buy a freaking window switch. You see, there's copper leads inside these little window switches, and the problem with that is what do? They start to turn brown. Forgot what they call that when copper does that. Like pennies do. Well, once they're not copper or brass, it might be brass, but I think it's copper. But as soon as they start to tarnish a little bit, or whatever you call it, they actually stop conducting the signal. So pretty much every one of these was bad. Now, the passenger side, which I'm showing you right here, that I'm kind of dumbly taking apart here, is just like the driver's side, except there's more of them in the driver's side because you have the passenger. Look at right here. He's my little helper, man. But yeah, you pull out that little piece of plastic that you just seen me pop on the picture. And then there's two screws right there. The only reason you're taking those apart is because this does go over the window switches. So go ahead and watch me just fumble around here for a second. And maybe I'll show you something productive. But right now what I'm doing is I'm taking the screws out. It only takes a couple seconds to do that. You know, I think it's 10. I don't know what size socket it is. Take your old socket set out there. Put it in the seat beside you, and it's one of them boogers. Unless it's the 10 millimeter, because that's probably hiding behind a fridge somewhere or something. All right, now you see this? You don't need any more tools at this point. This shit just pops up, man. It has like little clips going around it, and then that just pops off. There is a weird little plug over here. See this thing? This thing right here is a pain in the ass. It's shaped weird, so you think that it's a bad plug. But be careful because you don't want to break it worse than it already is. That would blow. But I'm trying to show you how to do this while I use one hand to do it and one hand to record. I'm getting better at it, but you see, I'm just leaving a lot of this crap in here that I usually edit out because I erased all the audio on this and just doing a voiceover. So did you see that? I had to pull that one little clip out and then pull it up. Now this one here where I'm pushing my thumb at, you push that in instead of pull it out, and what it does is it releases the dog on it anyway. You know, I'm pretty sure that if you're doing this, you've unhooked one of those before because it's pretty basic on that part. But if not, it's cool. See, this is what I'm talking about. Look at it. You push on that, it goes in, and this one you pull out on it. That's all I'm talking about. That way you don't break it. But anyways, now you see these little tabs, like right over here. It has two tabs on each side for it to hold into the actual plastic that snaps into the car door. But you know, what I did on the first set is you actually kind of hold it at an angle while you pull the tabs out. Yeah, sorry guys. I just kind of set the phone down at this point. It's just like, I gotta get this, because it is kind of a pain in the ass, especially when you're taking tabs out of the actual plastic that it goes into. But yeah, you see, that's what makes it hard. But you stick your little screwdriver, or I got a pick there, and or snap ring. I don't know what the hell it is, but it works pretty good. It's just a little pointed, and it's got a 90-degree on it, very tip. But anyways, I don't know what I'm doing. Showing you my nifty watch, I guess. Oh, there. See? Yeah, I had to set it down because it's been a big pain in the ass. Getting it out of that part's harder than getting it out of the actual little part there. See, on this here, the small one only has 2 clips on each side. The driver's side has 3 on each side. I wish I would have recorded this on the driver's side when I did the driver's side, because it has a lot more leads to show you. But I literally did this to all of them. This window itself was not broken. It worked just fine. And I just wanted to do it because, you know, one of them I rolled down and the damn thing wouldn't come up. So I was like, I gotta fix this somehow, some way. So of course I watched a YouTube video. Man, I really hate that I don't write down the YouTubers that I do this with. But you see how you pop that over? You hold stress to the side on one side, and you put that in there, you kind of apply it out, and boom, that comes off. See, there's those copper or brass things. I'm pretty sure it's copper, but that's what's the matter with it. That's all that's the matter with it, is those little round things. Here, let me go show you what I'm going to do to fix it. And this fixed every one of them, and I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that weren't working. This fixed them all. Did you see Ryder? Hello, kid. He just walks around. Daddy, 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 da 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 da. It's like being in the mafia or something. But anyways, let me show you this here. See my socks with sandals? Haha. There's my Dremel. That's my wire wheel. I don't really have any better wire wheels for my Dremel. I gotta buy some, I guess. But I'll put that on my list, hopefully, after I get off this video. But I take it and you push these little tabs up. It's kind of like a Nintendo controller, if you've ever played Nintendo and had to tear it apart and fix the controllers. But all it is, see that copper or that brass or whatever? It is sitting there and getting just corroded a little bit. It's starting to brown, you know. And when it browns, there's this protective coating that won't let it do its thing when it connects. So I just take what wire wheel of this I got here, and I just go ahead and grind it off. Now, I wouldn't grind it off because you don't want to go too low. See, right there. Those are the contacts on the board, the circuit board that makes the window go up and down. You just refresh the whole feeling and contact of these leads, and boom. I almost guarantee that's all that's wrong with it. And you can go on eBay and sit there and buy you a new one for $50, or you can come in here with your little flathead screwdriver and your ratchet for the bolts. Oh, that right there is the alcohol that's in the video. And those are socks with sandals. Yes, they are. They're just so damn comfortable. I get blisters if I don't wear socks. So I wear socks on everything. But see, I put that on a little paper towel. And since that little wire wheel was so wore out, it kind of made it black. But it did clean that surface to where we can go ahead and get a surface touching again. But I cleaned that off with the paper towel and alcohol. See how I push on it to make it come through? You got to do that on both with the little wire wheel and do it with paper towel, because it don't do nothing if you don't push on it. But there you go. That's how that little rubber thing goes back in there. It's kind of a pain in the ass, but at the same time, you know, it fits perfectly, so you know it goes there. But all right, let me show you how to put this back in. Let me show you how hard this is. It's crazy hard, man. This whole thing, since I had, okay, my driver's side door, it only worked the freaking driver's side door. And then it wouldn't work the passenger or the rear windows at all. Now, the passenger side door was the only one that worked 100%, which is this one. Now, the passenger back, it would be intermittent. Sometimes worked, sometimes not. And then the driver's back, it just... Now, look, guys, you just clip this back together, man. If you got it all lined up, don't force it. Don't squeeze it real hard, because if there's a little diode or something that got in the way, it might break it. See how it just popped back together, and I popped it right into the sleeve there. You know, it's one of those things. I'll show you the bolts and stuff that you need to take out to get something, and I'll show you that you need to go ahead and clean all of them. If you got one or two windows not working, then you might as well do it to them all, because it's not defective, it's just a corroded lead. You know what I mean? It's browned out and everything. Hey, look at my bolt spot. Freaking awesome. My tie-dye, you know, me and my wife are going through a kick. We tie-dye everything. So, therefore, guess what my wardrobe is? We got like 50 of these things, man. But we're getting better at them. One of these days we'll start selling them, and we'll be pretty good off. But anyways, look at this thing. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you just put your handle back on, you throw it all together. But that's really all you got to worry about. Just pulling this off and cleaning them leads on them window switches. That's about it. I mean, once you go through and do it, you're not going to have that intermittent up and down. Now, hey, I'm not going to lie. Okay, let's say you're at the driver's side door and you push up and down on the passenger side window. If you go over to the passenger side window and push up and down and it works when the actual driver's side door didn't, that means something's wrong with the switch. Now, if you push on both those buttons and nothing happens, more than likely your window regulator's probably out. But you see right there, it's working, man. Hell yeah. Hey guys, bye. Thanks for watching. Like the vid if it didn't hurt your head too much. Subscribe to the channel if you got any useful information out of this, and give me a thumbs up, man.